You know what needs to die? This whole scary clown meme we're seeing everywhere. You see this? Not scary. You know what is scary? This shit right here.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. You know, many people think rape is a joke. It's not. It's even less funny when the assailant is a clown. Being raped by a clown is not the least bit hilarious.
When I was a child, I learned very early on that I had a devastating fear of clowns. Whether they were on TV or they were in pictures, I couldn't handle them. This fear was cemented in my subconscious forever in the first grade, when an actual professional clown paid a visit to my elementary school and put on a performance for us and did a few tricks, I guess. I was having a colossal panic attack during this entire performance, but at one point the clown tried to hand me this ball that I guess she pulled out of her ear or something, and I suddenly had a full-on emotional breakdown where I burst into tears and had to be taken out of the room. I am never going to forget that moment, and as of now, I certainly have not fully overcome this case of clown phobia. And it's always really pissed me off, the fact that out of all the things I could be afraid of, it's the things that are supposed to elicit joy and happiness. Although for the life of me, I can't figure out how they're supposed to do that. When I was younger, being afraid of clowns was cause for ridicule. You were teased constantly by not just friends, but family also. My parents constantly mocked me for having such a ridiculous fear. This other instance, I was at a friend's house for a sleepover, and his dad was a huge horror movie buff, and he had all these masks and all these horror props. My friend told him that I was afraid of clowns and that he shouldn't try to show me anything that might scare me. And you know what happened? That motherfucker came up behind me while we were playing some good old Super Nintendo, and he had on this nightmarish clown mask. And I actually ran out of the house and down the street for like a good 20 minutes. They had to chase after me in a car just so they wouldn't be responsible for my disappearance. I left the sleepover, and I also never went back to that house. And I also never talked to that friend again. So yeah, being afraid of clowns has always been tough, and it made for lots of embarrassing moments in childhood. So please tell me now why it's suddenly A-okay to think clowns are creepy. Remember back in 2016 there was that whole bullshit creepy clown crisis where a bunch of basement dwellers stood on street corners hoping some dumbass with a camera would post them on YouTube? This whole ordeal attracted so much negative coverage that Ronald McDonald had to go into hiding, never to be seen again. And don't get me wrong, I always hated Ronald McDonald. I had a nightmare once that I got trapped in the play place and Ronald snuck in prepared to do unspeakable things to me. I had to kick him in the balls and run for my life. I would still kick Ronald in the balls today if I had the chance. But then things got worse after the clown crisis a year later when the It movie came out. Now I had known about the original 1990 It movie for years. My older cousin had shown it to me when I was about 10, and I was scarred for life because, like I said, clowns terrify me. But here's the big deal about coulrophobia, and I think many others who have it would agree with me. Clowns that are made to scare you never have the same effect as a regular clown. It's called a phobia for a reason. You're scared of something you're not supposed to be scared of because it's irrational. That's the definition of phobia. I saw both the new It movies and I felt perfectly fine. It was just more dumb Hollywood horror. In the original It though, Pennywise was designed to still look like a traditional clown. And traditional normal-ass clowns are what trigger the fear. Something about them is just severely unsettling for those with the phobia. The new Pennywise looks like he was intentionally made to terrify small children, so the effect just isn't the same. And as a result of this, now people just hate clowns because Hollywood's made them look disturbing by default. Ronald's out of work, rodeo clowns are out of work, Snotty Boy's dad is out of work, clowns are cancelled. Anyways, I guess to conclude my argument, all I can really say is, I wish I didn't have this fear because I never got to go to the circus. Because that would mean I'd have to look at these things. And I can't have that. My circus dreams are crushed. Also, this little shit right here.
This is a clown story. I hate clowns. They're creepy. They give me nightmares. Where's my thermos?
Oh, I heard of that. They call it bozophobia.
Oh, you want to talk about bozophobia? I bet you know about that pretty well since you look like a fucking clown yourself with that gay-ass little curly fry haircut, you red-headed little manlet cum-stained Canadian cunt. I'll fuck you up!